So this part looked close as I drove past it, but I was in the car. I might have looked at the wrong thing. We'll find out. No, it's open. And we're off. Big ride today, something over 30 miles. We're going around South Bay up to Coronado. We're actually going to ride around Coronado a little bit. I wanted to do this ride on my own and not with Bob as I often do, because I want to ride both faster and farther than Bob wants to ride. In fact, I did a ride with Bob 2 days ago, which you aren't going to see, because for the second time only, I forgot to bring the GoPro with me, and I didn't realize it till we were already in the parking lot in San Clemente or Dana Point. So obviously I'm not going to come back and get it. But it did generate this story. I rode a regular bike for years before I got e-bikes, and then I rode e-bikes for at least a couple of years before I got the GoPro, maybe even 3 or 4. I've been doing this a while. When I had the regular bike, I would listen to the radio with one earbud so I can still hear traffic and whatnot. But when I got the e-bike, because I'm going faster, I no longer felt comfortable doing that. We are right next to 5 here. But not for long. So anyway, when I started riding the e-bike, when I got bored or whatever, I would sing. I was a music major in high school and college. Went to a high school for the performing arts. It was just like fame. And so to amuse myself, I would sing on the bike, not really in a loud, performative way, but just sort of to myself. And it occurred to me on this ride, I love this part with the flags, they photograph so nicely. And since I was a recording, and so I wouldn't be embarrassed by singing, and I would not have copyright issues with the songs, that I could sing. And so I just did the first thing that popped in my head, which which is the old Everly Brothers song, All I Have to Do Is Dream. That's one of my favorite lyrics. The only thing is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. It's not even a song I usually sing or any kind of particular favorite, but it occurred to me. So maybe half mile to a mile later, I cross over San Juan Creek on that little bridge, turn left up to Trabuco Creek, and I'm riding past, I think, a restaurant, but I'm not certain, but someplace with outdoor speakers. And what's coming out of those outdoor speakers but the Everly Brothers, All I Have to Do Is Dream. Which are some pretty long odds if you think about it. Good, how are you?
Good.
I hadn't been here before. These pirate ships are fantastic.
Oh, this is the best park ever. The kids enjoy it for sure.
Good, I'm glad. Have a good one.
You too.
Well, the reviews are in. Best park ever. Nice little ramp where the boats can put in, get out to the bay. Little harbor up here. Everything's a little at Game Fest. See if we can get out this way. I have a friend who is a nurse, and I asked him what are activities having having seen, you know, injuries coming in. What are things he would never do? Number one, of course, was ride a motorcycle. So number two was ride a horse. But number three was jet ski. There are lakes up there. He said people manage to get run over by their own jet ski all the time. So put that in your mental pocket. Yes, he said, considering how heavily armed everybody in Georgia is, relatively few people who get shot. But apparently the only way to stop a bad man with a jet ski is a good man with a jet ski, so. I'm enjoying looking at the Georgia rides as they get posted. I see them, of course, when I'm editing them and stuff, but that's on the iMovie software. I don't really get a look at it on a big screen until YouTube drops them. They I filmed them at 1080. And then YouTube does something to them to increase it to 4K. So the YouTube version looks better than the QuickTime movie version that I look at before I upload them. But anyway, amazing how green the place is and lush and verdant. The light seems different, but maybe because you have very few rides like this one where you're going to go long stretches just in the sunlight, not riding through some big forest, the light filtered through leaves or whatever. Surprised watching the Beltline ride. GoPro makes things look closer together than they actually are, which for the most part I think makes for slightly more exciting videos. It looks more dynamic. But watching the video of me having to squirt through the crowds on the Beltline, which is a chaotic mess. It really felt like I was going through spaces where there couldn't possibly be room for me. And doing the ride at the time, I didn't feel that way. You know, the handlebar, especially the one on the left here with the mirror. That's the widest part of the bike. So I endeavor to make sure I'm not going to brush up against anybody with it. Path. I know I can cut through the parking lot and get to it because that's where I usually start my rides. Oh, I see. All right, I guess here. And we're off. My big goal: make time, go far. Two things I couldn't really do on the electric bike I bought in Georgia, although for my purposes it works great. It's relatively easy to store. My son made use of it. He has a friend who has an e-bike, so now that he has access to that one, they got together. Sent me a photo from their ride, so that was cool. It seemed quite warm at the car, but as expected, now that we're down by the water and moving, I'm glad enough to have this jacket. I think this park is one of San Diego's best kept secrets. Chula Vista is really growing, and they just built this giant convention center down here.